You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Ahead, we'll see the NFL's all-time passing leader, Drew Brees, and the New Orleans Saints as they match up with Jared Goff in the NFC champion LA Rams. I'll see you again with scores and updates at halftime. But for now, it's my distinct pleasure to hand things over to our broadcast team. It's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Gentlemen.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air, and we get you set for football from rainy Los Angeles, California. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, and we've got a good one here. Rematch of last year's NFC Championship game between the Rams and the Saints. And, Charles, if I remember correctly, there was a little bit of drama in that one?
Yeah, a little bit.
A lot of it.
A lot of it. No doubt about it. And let's face it, for the Saints and their fans, it's hard to get past. The one thing that they can feel good about in the offseason, the NFL took a look at the rules, and for at least 1 year, they're going to change how that rule is going to be administered. So pass interference will get a definite hard look in this season. But the bottom line for them, push forward and be the Saints again and go play.
Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway here in Los Angeles. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Okay, Jared Goff coming onto the field with the rest of the Rams offense, and they did not produce much week 6 against the 49ers, a 20-7 loss. And Goff, Charles, he really struggled. Threw for only 78 yards, and that was after he threw for over 900 combined in weeks 4 and 5.
But the problem with throwing for over 900 combined in weeks 4 and 5 came away with no victories in those weeks either. So everyone is jamming the run game with them, and there's not much of that. Todd Gurley didn't play in this last game, but hadn't been giving him what you're used to getting anyway. And boy, did they clamp down on the receivers in this one. How about this? They didn't convert a third or fourth down all game. 0 for 13. Would you have ever expected that with the Los Angeles Rams and their offense?
Not at all. And those 78 yards, as you might suspect, the fewest for Goff in his 44 NFL starts. And the offensive starters here for Los Angeles.
And I think the entire league benefited when Andrew Whitworth made the decision to come back for his 13th NFL season. Still one of the best offensive tackles in the game. 4 Pro Bowls, 2 times first-team All-Pro. He's now 10th among active players in the NFL in games started.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
From the 31, Goff. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opened things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Goff's throw here finds Woods, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. Woods coming off by far the best year of his career. 86 catches, over 1,200 yards. Now he's hoping to build on that, but well, he was a key cog in the wheel that took them to the Super Bowl last season. Going to run the sweep here. This is Kupp. Oh, fighting off the defender. And some space to move right away as he's all the way up to the 30. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling, and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Go, line 20. 56. Hey, D-back, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Gurley again here on first down. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. A look here at the Saints starting defense, and for years we always talked about how explosive the offense was. Defense has been so good this year. What's that stat? How long has it been since they've given up 100 yards on the ground?
32 straight games without allowing a 100-yard rusher. They are strong up front. But they're also good on the back end. They're like a basketball team that's good in half-court defense. They get a lot of deflections, which people chart all the time because it disrupts offenses.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try the air now with Goff. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. He gets it to Gurley, complete. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And Zerline's kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. Zerline, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 to make it the 40-yard line. So here are the Saints under longtime head coach Sean Payton. The QB bringing him out. Spent his first 5 NFL seasons in a Charger uniform. A fan favorite with these folks. And really, wherever he goes, a well-liked guy, Drew Brees.
Yeah, some guys just do it right, don't they? And Drew Brees has done exactly that. Now, as you mentioned, 5 years in a Chargers uniform, and he has good memories of that. That's really just a jersey up on the wall for him now, right? He just wants to go ahead and play the game.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2 as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Shotgun now for Brees. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 44-yard line.
Come on, one thing for sure. You know that Michael Thomas is going to be the target on a 3rd down pass, and Drew Brees finds him and keeps this drive moving.
Ready? Yellow waiting, yellow waiting.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Breeze, he gets it to Thomas. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 44 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation, because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. They get this to Ginn, jet sweep. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Third and goal. This L.A. Rams defense will try to bow up once more. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Saints have taken the lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. LA Rams getting the football back here as they make their way out. CD, I wanted to talk to you about that three-game losing streak they're on. First time that's happened under Sean McVay. Is this the first real adversity they've faced with him as a head coach?
I would say the first sustained adversity, because look, we all get it, right? You know, injuries pop up, you know, you lose a game you expect to win, but let's be honest about it. From the time he's taken over, they've run the NFC West, and you remember that game in Seattle a couple of years ago where they just blasted the Seahawks? It was a changing of the guard. Well, now they've got to fight just to be the top of the food chain in their own division. So yes, sustained adversity, three-game losing streak, it's a big deal for the Rams right now.
Coming up, they do go to Atlanta, who's struggling, then to London to play Cincinnati, also struggling, so they'll try to get 2 wins before their open week.
Yeah, these are games where, what's the term that they use in the NFL? These are get-right games, and they need to get right so they can get back into the NFC West battles and feel like they have confidence in doing so.
Yeah, because you think about it, they're already 2.5 games behind the 49ers in the NFC West.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
He's going to dump it off to Gurley. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. To the air again, Goff. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Well, we got a second. Let's look ahead to Week 7 and what's on the slate. Things start out Thursday night. Kansas City at Denver, divisional battle.
Suddenly an interesting game. Kansas City having lost their last 2, and Denver now playing defense as we expected. But how about the NFL 100 game of the week? Oakland at Green Bay, a rematch of Super Bowl II.
Also have New Orleans at Chicago and Philly visiting Dallas on Sunday night.
That is a huge one in the NFC East.
Yeah, both teams 3-3. The winner will have the lead in that division. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic. Hey, watch.
Out of the gun, Goff. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. The 4-time All-Pro Johnny Hecker is on to punt for L.A. Marcus Sherrill's deep for the Saints. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Now we'll see what Michael Thomas and the rest of the offense has in store here. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in his zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate him.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. All right, CD, let's have a little fun. Now that we're into October, I'm going to give you some AFC teams. You tell me quickly, contender or pretender. You ready?
Yes, let's do it.
All right, let's start in the East. Buffalo.
Contender for a wild card spot.
Okay, how about the Chargers?
Pretender.
AFC North, the Steelers.
Contender because the AFC North is a jumble.
Okay, and then lastly, let's go to the South, Jacksonville.
Here we go.
Pretender. Houston now in control.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Ready. 95-56. 95-56. I'm coming after you. I'm coming quick.
Breeze now on 1st down. Looking long for Thomas. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 36 yards on the play. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it a second down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here comes Michael Thomas and the rest of the Saints offense. And he is closing in on the 100-yard mark for the day.
And it appears that he loved the fact that they're going to play this game earlier. You know, daytime, he's out there running around, feeling good about himself. Whatever his prep was coming in, he was able to get out there quick and fire away.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Breeze to throw. And this is Cook with a grab. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Breeze. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. 11 yards there. First down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right, you look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game.
Ready. Yellow lady, yellow lady. Come on, come on, come on. Got double time. Double time. Right side. Hey, check, check. Right side.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
The last two plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
That's exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Jared Goff, 4 times last year, he led the Rams on a fourth quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? Now on second down, this is Gurley. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. There's Goff. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And down he'll go at the 25. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's Johnny Hekker now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Sherrills to return it. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen?
High-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now a play fake. Breeze. He's got a man. Complete. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On 1st down, Murray. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
We ain't beginning to clear you up. Don't get nervous. Check.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left.
Ready. Yellow waiting. Line 59. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
They run it again with Kamara. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from 48. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
So Goff and the Rams down 7-3, just over a minute 40 to play. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now it's gone. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the 1st down. That's what's vital to them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 30 yards.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
First down now, but the clock continues to move.
They're going to need some therapy.
Now Goff. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Clock continuing to roll as the Rams try to get going again. Goff now to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
This is where hustle and urgency come into play. I think you've got to get up there and spike it.
First down now, but that clock rolling.
4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic.
From the red zone now, Goff. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Cooper Kupp was his intended target. And now it's second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. He's back to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.